Welcome back, everyone, to Crusader Kings 3. If you have not seen this series up to this point, you can click on the link in the description, take you back to the beginning. We're about to hit 979 AD. King Matthias, 21 years old. Hopefully, this episode will see us get back to normal a little bit. We did some pretty shady things and had some pretty ugly things happen in that last episode, and that is not how I want this dynasty to go. So I'm hoping things go a little better. I notice I don't get along particularly well with my younger brother, who's 7 years old and the current heir to the kingdoms of Bavaria and Bohemia, as well as 12 more titles in the Duchy of Bavaria. So hopefully we'll have children pretty soon. Queen Ermengarde's 22. I would like to think it would have happened by now, but it hasn't. But that's okay. We're making about 9.5 gold per turn. We've got a nice income. Or per month, I should say. We've got 517 gold. I'm going to look at building up my retinue a little bit. We've got a lot of room to be able to do that. Specifically, I'm going to start with my armored footmen and max those out because we do have some bonuses because of our culture to that type of soldier. So we're going to max those out. That's going to give us an additional 500 men in our personal retinue that we can command. And I think that'll help a lot. I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier is brought in. He's losing too much blood. Where's the physician? Yeah, she's the doctor that killed my father. So, yeah, I'll help. Queen Mother Perrine remains calm, and eventually a quiet focus settles over us. Very cool. We have a number of counties where we have fairly poor control that we need to work on, and so we're going to start here with Regensburg. That seems to be about the worst that we have anywhere, so it's going to take 3 years for our marshal to handle that. As I'm out for a stroll around the market, a merchant calls me over insisting he has something that will pique my interest. A book that he says I need it for what is to come. I don't really have a lot of... Well, I've got some money. I take what I need. I could gain some dread and some stress. Yeah, I'll just take it. Prayers for the Catholic. I just stole a prayer book. Okay. Available Dynasty Legacy. Boy, where do we want to go here? I don't really care about learning other languages too much. Dread Gain, Noble Veins. That might not be a bad idea there. Bounteous Loins. Yeah, I kind of need that right now, but I think we'll go with Noble Veins. Pass on good traits for future generations. Heading over to our royal court, let's take a look and see what's going on here. Aristocratic pretensions. Let's take a look. So they're fighting over Salzburg. County in Salzburg, what I'm certain was Gaspar's simpering tone. Interesting. So he wants the county of Salzburg. Yeah, let him have a bad opinion of me. I'm not giving up the county. Let's hold court. We haven't done that for a while. Alright, let's hope we get something good this time. My lord, my steward Count Victor speaks up. I propose a cadastral survey of all the counties you own. It's going to cost 155, but let's do it. My cousin Count Christoph takes a turn bending my ear. What job does he want? Seneschal. Court poet. Court poet sounds interesting. Be my court poet, Count Christoph. I hope you're good at it. Somebody wants me to employ a jester. Let's do it. Okay, what's going on over here? We have a new court artifact that we can put on display. Oh, nice. Let's do that. An effigy of a saint. We'll put that on display too. What else can we do? Do we have any... Oh, we do have wall ornaments we can be putting up. We've got the war banner that we took in war. Let's put the Stellwagen house banner right up above me there. Nice. And then the dynasty banner right there, which is the same thing. Alright, cool. We have other court artifacts, so there's more we could be putting out there, I guess, huh? Prayers for the Catholic. Let's put that on display. Very cool. The skull of the mighty bear of Ingolstadt. Let's put that up there, too. We're going to have to repair that soon, though. Alright, so we didn't have any of that stuff on display. Nice. Lately, I can't help but notice the gaggles of giggling maidens. I like that. And usually austere warriors gathering in dark alcoves to listen enraptured to a book. I finally cornered Grimwald with the book in his hands. It is clearly a licentious text, filled to the brim with sensuous temptations, earthly seductions, and supple bosoms. So it's porn, or it's like a romance book of some kind. So what are we supposed to do about this? Purify them with fire. Seems harsh. Culture comes in any art form. Let them read. I'll gain a bunch of stress because I'm zealous. I'll gain 6 court grandeur and 300 learning lifestyle points. Juicy. Culture comes in any form. Let them read. Court grandeur is 4. I'm stressed, but I also have a new lifestyle perk available. Alright, nothing else of any importance at the moment. Alright, we've got a new option for a vassal that we can add. Give her low feudal obligations and she'll happily accept. So once again, growing the realm. I'm trying to keep things relatively quiet for at least the first several years of Matthias's reign. Count Victor has completed the job that I spent a lot of money on. Development progress increases by 35 in every county. That's cool. And inspired person can be sponsored. Okay. A metalsmith. So I guess we should probably recruit them to court first. Oh, now I don't have the money. I have to wait until I have the money. There we go. Awesome. You are sponsored. There was a faction created against me that then almost as quickly as it was created, it disbanded. So I guess it was not something that was too much of a concern. Exotic arms. Okay. Interesting. Fetch my coin purse. I don't have the money. Darn it. And no sooner had Count Victor completed that mission for me than he died. My uncle Archon Sigismund was imprisoned. Must have been fighting down in Africa. Okay, we've got an empty council position for steward. Actually, no great stewards at the moment. That kind of stinks. Awesome. We have a Stellwagen crown at last. It's going to add 0.14 prestige per month and a little better opinion to our vassals. I guess I hadn't thought about the fact that we hadn't really pursued that kind of thing. A snake at court. Kopsiege. That's my bishop. It is I, Sinigith. I push the shutters open. Lo and behold, a woman has climbed up to Kopsiege's window. The daughter of Earl Wulfgate of Warwickshire, all the way over here in England. Interesting. Warwickshire's right there. By the Satan, have you no shame? Guards. Characters close to Kopsiege who dislike adultery will lose opinion. There, and then right after I catch those people getting it on, I have a friend like Kuniza. Hopefully it's just a friend and nothing more. Uncle Gilbert was killed in the siege of Paris. Interesting. Man, my uncles are all over the place doing things right now. Still don't have any kids. I'm 26 years old. I'm starting to be concerned about that. Though Prince Christoph, my brother, can inherit the title, so it's not a huge deal. I don't really need to do anything super aggressive about this because it'll pass peacefully to my brother. But I should think about my brother's marriage. Okay, he does have a betrothed, so that's not an issue. My brother Prince Joseph is not betrothed. But I think I gave him his own title, so I can't do anything about controlling who he marries, I don't think. And then Wolfgang, my youngest brother, he's a half brother. He's a house at Innsbruck. He's the one who my sister or my mother had an affair. You look tired, my lord, my jester Engelschach says. I know the cure for that. It's called Travels to Jerusalem. What do you say? Shall I start reading? It is an amusing text. I really need this break. And then I could say, I prefer if you read from Prayers for the Catholic. Yeah, he even does different voices for the characters. Good for him. Oh, we finally swayed the Archbishop. He's going to endorse me now, so we can probably stop with that now. Our military's up to almost 5,000 soldiers, so that's looking pretty good. We have 11 knights at the moment. But I'm really trying to just kind of keep things quiet for my current reign. I've had so much anarchy and fighting and civil wars and all those kinds of things that I really don't want to for now. The Bavarian Sword of Virtue is now mine. Excellent news. Let's take a look at myself for a second here. I know there's a way that you can actually look at the inventory here. So there we go. Let's put the Stillwagen crown on my head. Put the armor on. Excellent. All gives me prestige. And then a trinket, which is the old ledger. Very cool. Alright, local sculptors looking for a benefactor. Sure, why not? My skilled vassal, Countess Ermeltrud, has proven herself highly capable, especially in diplomatic nature. Yes, take the reins. She was already in charge, but then somebody kind of took it from her. We have 12 wars that we can declare, but I'm not really interested in doing that right now. We have completed the Fascination Casus Belli. Now it's working on horseshoes. It's going to take 33 years for that. I don't know if there's a better one or not than that. We're in the early medieval period now. Hereditary rule. That's not a bad idea. Royal prerogative allows me to get high crown authority law and absolute crown authority law. If we switch to that, we can get it in 32 years. Let's do that. Oh, man. Local sculptor has no talent. I should have known. Leave and never come back. How about you sculpt your nails in my dungeon? So we're going to become the owner of the ungraceful effigy of Mary and Jesus. Oh, man. I have an ugly sculpture. Countess Ermeltrud, yes. Come pay me money. Awesome. Your oaths are all that matter to me. She stumbled awkwardly. It's not a big deal. We're not going to give her a hard time because she stumbled. Ermeltrud, I just gave you a pass after the whole stumble thing, but now she's having an extramarital affair. They're malice and lies. That hurt my piety a little bit. My piety is not good. My level of devotion is sinner. We need to work on that. How about we go on a pilgrimage? That's usually the way to bring up that piety. It's going to cost some money. We're going to go all the way to Jerusalem, or we go to the Vatican. It costs $225 to go to Jerusalem. Yeah, let's do it. Puts us in the hole a little bit, but that's okay. We'll gain that back in just a couple of months. For every week that passes, my fellowship grows ever smaller. Divine protection. Oh, look at my hat. I have a pilgrimage hat. And now I'm sick. Oh, no. No time to give up. Press on. Press on toward Jerusalem. Don't die. Please don't die. I arrived in Jerusalem. Body and soul. Excellent. 625 piety. So I've gained the trait Pilgrim. I am now dutiful and working toward faithful. That's much better than sinner, which is where I was a minute ago. I can vassalize Prince Bishop Matthias. So it looks like raising my level of devotion was enough to get him to want to be vassalized by me. So where is that? Minorca. Okay, cool. Welcome to the fold, Minorca. We got this. Alright, it's good to be home. We got this one independent realm right in the middle of my kingdom that we're going to have to deal with at some point. He's close to accepting. He's super close. If we could just do a little bit to sway him, I think he might change his mind. So let's try to do that. Now we've got 2 more that can be vassalized. This has been happening. So it's nice to see it happening again. We can grow the realm without having to go to war. And being the only king in town, it kind of gives me those options. Alright, now who? Count Menengos has an extramarital affair. The problem, if I say these things are malice and lies, then I lose a level of devotion. This crime cannot go unpunished. Sorry. He's thinking, okay, wait a second. Last time you turned the other way about it, but this time you're not going to? Yeah, can't keep doing that. What is going on in my court? Everybody's having affairs. I have to keep punishing these people. I still have that pilgrim hat going. The latest work of my acquaintance, Countess Marguerite, has become all the rage of court of late. The piece deals with success and growing greatness, and Marguerite has publicly dedicated it to me. This is kind of cool. The Mace's Song, where other men speak silvered words, our hero himself in iron girds. Then all shall tremble as he takes field, and show to the foe that there's no thick enough shield. I like it. Very cool. Thank you. Much appreciated. Fate smiles upon me! Queen Ermengarde is at last bearing a child at the age of 29 after all these years of marriage. Better late than never. Alright, cool. Taking the knee. We're at grandeur level 4. I'm waiting for the current project of increasing development in a county to be done so we can work on a different county. There we go. Alright, let's find another county that needs worked on. That won't take a long time. 13 months here. And now we've got 2 more options for vassals. So more come under our protective umbrella. And every time we add new ones, there's potential for even more to happen. Let's hold court. Alright. Jester for the first in line to approach. Check out my sweet pilgrim hat that I've got going on there. Helene shows me a page filled with unfamiliar symbols, insisting on its legibility. I have developed a written language specifically for the women of the court, since the letters are mostly taught to men. If you allow it, I will begin teaching the ladies at once. Interesting. The language of women. Sure, why not? A markedly disgruntled Duke Guntbert hurries to your throne. Liege, my legal rights over the county of Lienz are well attested. Those tracts have long been considered an integral part of my Duchy of Tyrol. This would be an act of tyranny. Such matters are settled by might. You should decide this with your sword arms. Alright, that's fine. The count will swear fealty to you. So I'm not going to give him the title, but I'll let him vassalize it. Alright. The boy has been at Menengard's court with no one to watch over him since the disappearance of his dear papa. Please look to his future. I shall raise the boy myself. Grandeur level 5. That might be the first time I've had that. That's cool. What do we got going on here? We've got some new artifacts. The ungraceful effigy of Mary and Jesus. The ugly statue. Yeah, we'll do it. We still get some. Oh, and then St. Bridget's toe. Okay, cool. We've got a toe bone. Now, listen, this seems really weird to us today, but this was all the rage back in the day, to have the bones of a saint, to have those relics, you know, to stare into the skull of some famous holy person, which that's actually what it's showing there is a skull, even though it's a toe. It was a common thing back then, and people were very proud of their collections of relics. Praise be! I have a son. Awesome. My newborn son is my new player heir, which is not going to make my little brother too happy, but that's the way it goes. As my kids say, it be like that sometimes. 2 more neighbors can be vassalized. Oh, love it. Of course, we're doing low feudal obligations for all these people, but that's okay. It gets them into the fold. And here's the thing. I'm trying to create a empire, and I need a certain number of counties to be able to do that. I'm not going to the brothel. I'm not converting either. I'll just deal with the stress. All right, I want to take a look and see exactly what we need to be able to create the empire of Germania. All right, so we need 117 of the de jure counties that make up Germania. See, and part of the problem is, of course, that some of the counties that we control are not part of Germania. They're part of the Baltic Empire. But that's just, nothing we can do about that. So we need quite a few more so far to be able to do that. I am curious about what it would take to create the Principality of Saxony. We don't own any of those counties to be able to do that. What about Lotharingia? That would be over here. I don't think we have any. Oh, we have one of those counties. East Francia. We have 20 of the 34 needed for that kingdom. My counselor, Augustin, drank himself to death. Well, that's not ideal. That was my spy master. We do have Count Drogo, who seems like he would be an excellent spy master to have. So let's go ahead and throw him in there. We're about to complete development in Kempton, so there's that. Let's look at another place now to increase development. I'm trying to look at the places where development is low, like Salzburg. Let's go ahead and do that. The guy that we were swaying, trying to get him to become a vassal, is currently at war, so that's why we can't vassalize him. I cannot make mistakes. I am king. I'm getting all stressed out again. That's not good. Ooh, this is good. We've got a duke that can be vassalized now. He's the Duke of Crane. Where is that? Let's see where that duchy is. Down here. Man, we're starting to spread down into the South Slavic regions now. All right, cool. Cool. Anybody who wants to join, I'm not going to say no. Especially an entire duchy. And with that, we've got 21 wars that we could declare. We're not going to negotiate an alliance with Prince Joseph of Bavaria. Not to be confused with my son, Joseph. This is my brother. All right, so the County of Schaumburg, which is one of my holdings, we're going to build... can we build a temple? Or a city? Let's build a city. Right, let me go back for a second. Why was that giving me a little warning there about doing that? Oh, I guess I did already choose constructing the city holding. So, tourney day. I too shall cheer my knights. Yes. Alright, so we spent a ton of money to build a new city. we swayed Theodore, but I think he's still at war, is he not? We can vassalize Count Heinrich. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, looks like Theodore already came under the fold. He must have got conquered in that war where he was fighting, so that's cool. We can stop trying to sway him now. Now his opinion of me doesn't matter. Alright, it is 989 AD. We've got new duchies we can create. I already hold too many duchy titles, so I don't think I'm going to create any additional ones right now. I hold the Kingdom of Bavaria, the Kingdom of Bohemia, the Duchy of Bavaria, the Duchy of Augsburg, the Duchy of Salzburg. So I could create more. I've got claims on a few things, but I'm pretty content with where I'm at right now. I think we're in a good place. We've had a pretty quiet time without any war, which is always a good thing. We've grown the realm further. I'd really like to see some other kings start to develop. I'm looking at you, Northumbria. We've got a petty king, Leofric, in Northumbria. So we're starting to see the possibilities of kingdoms in these other places, but not full-on kings, not yet. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. Hit that like button if you would, and we'll be back again soon. Thanks for watching.